Lay out all received packages near an open area. You should have received a total of 8 boxes. Check for a white sticker on each package. This sticker will show a box number along with item details. Let's start with unpackaging each box. Box number 5 contains 3 strike noodles, 1 phone stand, 1 CPU, 1 CPU backplate, 1 2-pound air-filled medicine ball, and 2 small plastic bags of tools, which are used to adjust the backplate. The 3 small packages contain 2 SMARTfit weights, equaling a total of 6 weights. Box number 4 contains the wheel kit and air cylinders. These will be installed after the frame has been fully assembled. Remove items from box number 1. Place the bottom plate frame, 1 cross piece, and the base into one of the cardboard pieces to eliminate any damages. Unpackage box number 2. Then remove the SMARTfit mini panel and place it onto one of the cardboard pieces the same way that it was received. Now unpack all of the items from box number 3. In this box you should have a right and left post and a small box, which includes a toolkit with 1 hex screwdriver, 1 5/32 sized T-handle, 1 8/32 sized T-handle, 1 Phillips screwdriver, and 1 black bag to store these tools for safekeeping. A second bag of tools is labeled as weight system hardware, which includes 3 shafts and 3 round stoppers that will be used to secure the SMARTfit weights onto the base. The last bag of tools is labeled spring and brake system hardware, which has the springs and shafts that will be used to safely move the mini panel up and down the shafts. Notice the right and left post sticker located at the top of each post. Make sure the left post is not damaging any of the wire casing connected to the bottom cross piece. We use some packaging material to eliminate the pressure from the post onto the wires. Place each post side by side so they lay in the same position they were received. Again, make sure you are not damaging the wire connected to the left post and the lower support piece. You can use the packaging material from one of the boxes. Bring the upper support piece in frame. Use the 5/32 size T-handle to remove the top 2 screws on both the right and left post. Grab the top support section and attach it with the screws and washers. Tighten the screws, then back it off 1.5 turns. This will assist you in lining up the parts in the next step. Attach the left post next. Do not snug down all the screws attaching the top support piece to the right and left post at this time. These screws should all be backed off about 1.5 turns. Use the 5/32 sized T-handle to take out all 6 screws at the bottom of the right and left post. Flip the assembly over so that the 2 round shafts are facing up, while placing the end of each post on a chair. Make sure a second or third person is helping to secure the frame and safely move the bottom support piece from damaging any wires. Place the base plate against the frame and align the screw holes. You can use a piece of cardboard from your shipping material to help align the screw holes. Install and tighten the flathead screws. Grab the bag of tools labeled weight system hardware, then remove all 3 shafts from the packaging. Notice that each shaft is connected to a screw on each end. The flathead screw will be used to connect the shaft to the base, while the second screw will be used to secure the round stopper after the weights are placed on the shaft. Loosen the screw from one of the shafts and tighten both the screw and shaft onto the base. Repeat for all 3 locations. Retrieve the round stoppers from the bag of tools labeled weight system hardware. Now grab 2 SMARTfit weights and 1 round stopper. Place the weights onto the center shaft only, then secure them with the round stopper and the second screw that was connected to the shaft. Now we'll attach the bottom support section to the right and left post. First, Remove both screws near the bottom of the right and left post. Then attach the bottom support piece with the screws and washers. Tighten the screws, then back them off 1.5 turns. This will assist you in lining up the parts in the next steps. Before you install the mini panel, loosen all 8 linear shaft screws on each side of the frame assembly. Loosen the 4 screws on each linear bearing 1.5 turns. This will allow the bearings to float and align themselves during installation. Remove the stop and screw at the top of both the right and left post. 2 people will be needed for this next step. We will install the panels to the frame rails. Position the opening of the bearings against the rail ends, then gently push them over the shaft. This is critical. Both the bearings must be slid on at the same time to prevent misalignment and damage to the bearings. Slide the panels onto the rails and align the second set of bearings onto the shaft. Once all bearings are fully engaged, slide the panel up and down the shafts. This will align the shafts well. Replace the stop. This will prevent the system from coming off the shafts. Tighten the screws that hold the shafts onto the wettlements. There are 8 screws per shaft. Move the panel up and away from the base as far as possible. Retrieve the spring hub and shaft assemblies from the plastic bag of tools. Remove both screws at the bottom of the mini panel. Install the spring hubs on each side of the panel. Then insert the shaft through the spring hub. Make sure that the threaded hole is facing toward the upright. Use your fingers to start the screw into the shaft. Once you have a few turns, use a hex wrench and tighten fully. Repeat on the opposite side. Make sure you engage the brake knob before you lift the panel back up. The brake knob insert aligns with one of the available holes near the back of the panel. Slowly move the frame to the upright position. Make sure a second or third person helps during this step. Place 2 SMARTfit weights on both remaining shafts. Secure them with the round stop and extra screw. Secure all 6 bearings we loosened earlier. There will be a total of 4 screws on each bearing that need to be secured. We will attach the wheel kit next. Remove all 4 screws on the right metal clamp labeled wheel kit and air cylinder. Then remove the 4 screws on the right post that lay near the base of the frame. Place the right wheel kit into the open space and attach all screws we just removed. There should be a total of 8 screws attached to the right wheel kit. Attach the spare tubing into the bottom support piece and into the right air cylinder. Now remove the screws off the left post and attach the left wheel kit and air cylinder. Attach the spare tubing from the bottom support piece into the left air cylinder. Loosen the 4 screws on both the right and left clamping bars. Now attach the lower front panel. Place it inside the clamping bars on both ends of the right and left post. Tighten all 4 screws on the clamping bars to secure the lower front panel. Remove the 2 screws on the left side of the frame. Retrieve the CPU backplate and attach it to the frame so that the backplate is facing the upright. Now remove the knob from the back of the CPU. Place the CPU on the backplate. Reattach the knob onto the CPU. Pull the power cord from the metal pocket of the frame. Remove the tape from the target wire casing and feed it through the first zip tie location. Do not tighten down fully at this time. Secure the wire casing through the second zip tie location. Again, we advise that you do not tie this down fully at this time. Now feed the wire casing through the metal pocket, then attach the power cord through the target wire casing so that both wires are enclosed in the casing. Finally, zip tie the casing through all 3 zip tie locations shown here. Then tighten each zip tie fully if not done so already. Cut the long end of each zip tie. Plug in both the target wire and power cord at this time. Give the system power by plugging it in to a wall outlet. Now locate the on-off switch and turn the power on. Your CPU and panel targets will light up at this time. To activate the wheel kit, move the wheel switch to the up position, then hold down on the power switch for 15 seconds. A sticker will instruct you on the direction you should hold the switch. Confirm that the wheels are active. Before moving your system, don't forget to unplug your power cord from the wall outlet. Make sure to guide your system on the same side as the CPU, because the wheels on this post guide the second set of wheels on the opposite post. To release the wheels, pull down the wheel switch. The air cylinders will deflate the wheel pressure. The system is now secure. If further assistance is needed, please contact our customer service line at 1-800-900-8542. Enter extension 116.